Thanks for the introduction. It is my pleasure to be here today. As Vitaly said, I'll be talking about domain names and how they can contribute to your visibility online. So just to give you a bit of the background here, I run business development for the .me Registry. In case you're wondering what this term registry means, it's actually the highest level of authority for a particular domain extension. In this case, it's obviously .me. And that basically means that every .me domain name in the world is actually registered through us. Now, we do not offer it directly to the end customer, like you guys, but instead of that, we utilize a chain of resellers, which consists of telecoms, big hosting companies, big domain name registration companies like GoDaddy, Namecheap, Name.com. I'm sure that you heard at least about some of them. And this is actually a very rare opportunity for me to speak directly to the end customer. So maybe you guys can help me understand how well we are doing our job in Turkey. So if you own a .me domain name, can you please raise your hand if anybody owns a .me? One. Okay, we need to do the better job here. Can you also raise your hand if you ever heard about the country of Montenegro? Okay, a couple of hands. So Montenegro is doing much better than .me. Well, actually, there is a connection here. For those of you who don't know, Montenegro is the home of .me domains, and it's this small green dot located in the Balkan Peninsula. And after the country restored independence in 2006, we got this wonderful extension. Since .me has a huge appeal as a word, we decided to launch it globally in 2008, and it was immediate success. So if you fast forward 7 years, and if I go to the next slide, you'll see where we are at the moment. So at the moment, we have 800,000 registrations. We have partners from all over the world. We have customers in almost any country in the world. And we are still growing, which is not that easy, having in mind the state of the domain industry today. But it's actually this last piece of statistics that is interesting. And as you may see, there is a well-balanced distribution of .me registrations between companies and individuals. So this basically means that both of these groups benefit from owning a .me domain name. So what are these benefits? What does .me really bring to the table? Well, first and foremost, it is the only extension that is truly about you. So whether you want to launch a blog, start your small business, or simply get yourself a personal email address, nothing really says, this is my piece of the internet, as a combination of your name and the .me domain. Secondly, .me was launched at the perfect time. And this is the time when the online reputation is becoming as important as the offline reputation. Because that's basically the second best thing to meeting someone face to face, right? And for young aspiring entrepreneurs like you guys, it's obviously important to assume control of this online reputation instead of letting search engines and social media completely define you. And the first step to do this is obviously a good domain. So we think that no other extension embodies this concept of individual branding better than .me, simply because it's the most personal one available. And lastly, although we have 800,000 registrations, it's still not much when compared to millions of .coms or millions of .nets. So on .me, you can probably still find what you're looking for. Now, what about companies? .me is also very effective in transforming the name of your product into a catchy message. And in terms of marketing, basically any combination of verb and the .me domain can do wonders for your brand. So just try to forget domains like hire me, try me, help me, find me, fund me, acquire me, and so on. they kind of like remain stuck in your head. And more importantly, these domain names can actually define the mission statement of your brand in one word, or actually 2 words here. And whenever they're shared, they become more than simple URLs. They become powerful marketing messages that motivate people to check out your product, or at least make people remember your product. So for instance, Hire Me is a perfect domain name for a job searching application. There's nothing more that you need to explain there. Fund Me is perfect for crowdfunding platform. Find Me is good for a geolocation service. No further explanation needed. And some of the startups actually realized this early on and opted for .me when it comes to their online presence. So for instance, Line here is a mobile messenger that is pretty popular in Asia, and they have Line Me. So whenever you want to talk to me to chat with me on mobile, you can send me a line, or you can line me. So there's a call to action right there. Another one is Join Me. It's a service for online meetings. So whenever you want to talk to me online and join my conference, you can simply join me. Again, call to action, very effective. In addition to startups, some of the established brands also want to add this personal flavor to their digital presence. And to this end, they would often use .me as a URL shortener. So for instance, Facebook uses fb.me, WordPress uses wp.me, Mercedes-Benz uses benz.me, Al Jazeera uses aje.me. And that's what makes it personal, right? And lastly, if I go to the next slide, .me is also relevant to this region and to this part of the world because people tend to associate its meaning with Middle East, or even broader region of Middle East and North Africa. So if you want to emphasize that you're not doing your business only in Turkey, or only in Egypt, or only in Dubai, but also across this entire space, .me is a very effective way to say that. And these 2 letters add that additional value to your brand. I mean, it's a good way to say that your startup is not local, but regional. And at the end of the day, that is what domain names are all about. To find the most effective way to make people remember who you are, what you do, how you do it, and where you do it. And that's also the thought I would like to leave you with. If you are into domain names and hosting, if you have your own .me success story to share, feel free to reach out to us. I'll be around. Also, if you still don't have your own .me domain name, I have some coupon codes with me, so this might be a perfect chance to get one. And that's about it. Thank you.